that years of knowledge and experience that we have in Forever, part of our uniqueness. And it's that uniqueness that I just want to share with our new people this morning to set the scene of what Forever's all about, because this is a vehicle that you can use to change lives, because it's an opportunity that's helped literally millions of people change their life all around the globe. When I come to events like this and I look around, I see the diverse range of people that are attracted to our business, literally people from the age of 18 into their older years. During the course of this year at our events, we've literally recognized people from all ages, all backgrounds. In my memory this year, I have a strong memory of a young lady that we recognized in Ireland who I think was 18, 19 years of age, told the story of how she joined Forever to help her fund her education, and that she was one of the few people in her college that hadn't got into debt, because while she was educating herself, she'd managed to create an income for herself from this amazing opportunity. Another really memorable story is, in fact, Dora's daughter in Iceland, also a young lady in her early 20s who's building an amazing business in Iceland. The oldest person I ever recognized some years ago was a guy aged 97. Imagine that. His name was Morris. He joined the business when he was 95 and a half. Said to me, Bob, if ever you retell my story, always remember the half, because when you get to 95, it's really important. So I'm not sharing that story so you can hassle all the old age pensioners around the area tomorrow, but simply to illustrate, as you look around the room today, this model, this vehicle can work for anyone, and there's evidence of it all around the world. What I also love about our business is its longevity. In a presentation to our staff, our amazing staff yesterday at Longbridge Manor, Greg said we are called Forever for a reason. And that is because we're going to be around forever. And we're going to be around forever because of the vision and the guidance of Rex, our founder, and the VPs that you've just met. So that it's not just about us creating an income for ourselves and our families, but we can leave a legacy. Our families can inherit our business. And there are people in the room today who have inherited already their parents' Forever business. And that's for me, when I looked at this business over 20 years ago, that was a key point for me to reassure myself of, that anybody can work a business for a short time and make some money for a short time. That's not too difficult. But what you really want is for those efforts to be paid in the years to come. And as you can see from the slide here, we have a great history, a history that's not replicated anywhere else. We started in 1978 from small, humble beginnings, thanks to the courage of Rex Morn. We're still a family business, and I'm really proud of that fact, that we work for an organization or under the umbrella of an organization that has a very clear idea of where it wants to be in the future, but more than that, that has at its core principle our best wishes, our goodwill. It looks for us first before it looks for profit. We're not owned by a bank or a financial institution. And from those small, humble beginnings, we now operate in over 150 countries around the world. And you have seen today already the VPs that have responsibility for those countries. And during the course of the chat with them about your teams in those countries and how they can help you. So this business, when we join, it can either be a small business that we work literally in our community to make an extra £200, £300, £400 a month on a very part-time basis, or it can develop into a career, global, international business for you. And the choice is yours. What I love about Forever again is, as a business owner, when you look in the mirror in the morning, you're looking at the boss. You are truly in control of your future. We're cash rich, we're debt free. As we expand our operations around the world, they are funded by the profits of our successful countries. Again, a really secure place to be. And on the slide now, you can see some of the amazing assets that Forever has around the world that underpin our business. Not least of which, of course, is the beautiful house that we operate from not very many miles from here in Warwick, Longbridge Manor. And as with all of our assets, very much an open door policy there. I was saying to the guys yesterday, we probably have close to 200 visitors a week now in Longbridge Manor, and I would encourage you, if you are ever in the vicinity, call by, meet the staff, take advantage of what is also your office. $2.6 billion worth of sales means that we have a sizable business, but the exciting thing about that figure is when you compare it to the amount of money that's being spent on our type of products, we haven't yet scratched the surface. And so our £135 million worth of sales in the UK means that for those of you who are just getting started, there's thousands and millions, in fact, of people who've never yet heard of us. Even in our hometown of Warwick, I very often, if I'm out and about around town, often people comment on the pin. What's the pin you've got? I get into a dialogue with them about our business, which often is only half a mile from where I'm having the conversation. And they say, we've never heard of you before. There is so much untapped potential in our business. It's incredible. And that's really exciting for those of you just getting started, that you can benefit from our 20 plus years of history, that you can benefit from the strong infrastructure that we've got. But there is still lots and lots of people that not heard of us yet, and if you can develop the belief and the courage to talk to them, you can build something significant for yourself, because we're riding some really, really powerful trends. The first trend that we're riding is the one of health and wellness. We have an aging population, but it's a population that is increasingly showing that it's prepared to invest in its own health. We're probably more aware of our health now than at any other time in history. We know some of the things that are good for us, and we also know some of the things that are bad for us. And very many people now recognize that we do and we can influence positively our own health if we make certain lifestyle choices. You know these choices already. Do some exercise, drink some water, sleep well, eat well, don't smoke. Don't drink too much. And in addition to knowing that, what a lot of people also know is that the quality of the food, the ingredients and the supplements that they use can help them also. And that's the marketplace that we're in. Millions of people looking to have a healthier way of life, and we provide them with first-class products that enable them to do that. So it's a great marketplace to be in. We're world leaders in our field, the field of aloe vera. Each year we develop new cutting-edge products, unique products that our consumers can't get from anywhere else apart from our business owners. And for the benefit of the new people in the room, I want to try and illustrate the power of our product, because what I know is that people, when they use our product, feel good. And as a result of that, they develop a strong emotional attachment to our product. And when you're a business owner, that's a fantastic place to be, because it means your customers come back time after time after time. So for the benefit of our guests, who in the room was a customer here before they became a business owner, and because they felt so passionately about the products, started to develop that business? Could you guys stand so that our guests can see that at least 30% of our room, maybe 40% of our room here, were customers first before they became business owners? Thank you for that illustration. So we have a powerful product range that we are so proud of, that we offer an unconditional money-back guarantee. And that can be really, well, it's powerful however long you've been in the business. But in the early days, I found it really powerful, because it meant I could share products with friends and family. And if by any chance they didn't like those products, I could give them a full refund of their money. That's the confidence that we have in our product. The next trend we're riding is this trend of people wanting more control over their future, their financial future. And certainly I've seen in the last 10 years an acceleration in that. And I believe that's because in the workplace now, there is probably more pressure than ever. How many of you in the room have a job? Okay, we're going to try and fix this over the coming weeks and months, but at the minute you've got the job. Some of you might be experiencing situations like not feeling valued by whoever employs you at the moment. not getting the wage rises that you think you deserve, perhaps having to work longer hours than you've ever worked before for the same money, perhaps having to commute and miss valuable time with your family as a result of the pressure at work. All of those factors, I believe, are encouraging more and more people to try and seek a different way of being able to provide for their families. And so we literally have seen thousands of people join our organization over the past years and successfully build something for themselves without compromising in the first weeks and months what they're doing in their job. So very many people start on a part-time basis, building this business in the nooks and crannies of their life. And I'm sure today, during our testimonials from the people that we're recognizing, you'll hear stories like that of people juggling many things, but with the goal that eventually they can be full-time in forever. One of the other keys to our success, I believe, is that we invest heavily in support and in training. We know that we can only continue to be successful as a business if we're able to help literally everybody who joins us become successful. We have websites, we have printed materials, we have physical trainings, we have events like this that you can come to get the knowledge and the inspiration that you need in order to be successful. Our staff are trained and recognized by investor in people for the quality of that support and training that we give. We're active members of the Direct Selling Association, which means that we've signed up to a strict, rigid code of business conduct. So we're professional in every single way that we can and committed to helping every individual that joins our organization. We have an advisory board of experts. Many of you will have attended some of their trainings, and that helps you get the confidence, belief, and knowledge in the product. From far left on our slide, our resident doctor, Dr. Peter Atherton, who's written a number of books about aloe vera. He's not able to be with us today. I believe he's in Ireland working with his team there, but let's give him a quick Christmas round of applause for the contribution he's made this year. Next, who is in the room, because I've seen him somewhere earlier on, is our, there he is, David. I knew I'd seen you somewhere. Our resident vet. Now, we've always been proud to say we don't test our product on animals in the formulation of it, but we have in the UK one of the biggest markets, I believe, for people using our products on their animals, and a big part of that success has been to the great work of our resident vet, David Ert. So let's hear it for David. He's over there. Thank you, David, for the great job you do. Just relaunched his animal training program, and I know a number of you came on the first one a few weeks ago at Longbridge Manor. Also, I think not with us today is our next advisory board member, who hasn't been well for a while, but she sends her best wishes. She's done a great job for us on the nutritional side and the beauty side. Let's give it up for Dawn Parker. We're wishing Dawn a speedy recovery and hope to have her back working with you guys in the new year. And our last advisory board specialist also isn't with us because I think she's in Las Vegas of all places, but let's give it up for Louise Riley for the great job she does with FIT and C9. So part of our product team. The next team to introduce to you are our global leadership team members here in the UK, a key team for us. A key team because it enables us to work with a group of leaders who are active, building, qualifying for all of the various incentives that Forever have, and as a result of them sharing their expertise, we develop amazing training programs, the likes of which you can enjoy things like the First Steps to Manager, which is a step-by-step blueprint to help you get started in the business. There cannot be very many companies in our industry where we have such a collaborative, cooperative approach from our leaders. And as we end our year this year, I just want to personally extend my thanks to our GLT members for the inspiration that they give me, and also for the great work that they've done this year in helping the UK stay there on top. So if our GLT members could stand, let's recognize them for their contribution, the great work they do. Thank you, guys. Thank you. UK to have more GLT members than any other country in the world, and you know, that's fantastic for those of you who are at our events regularly, that you can rub shoulders with, chat with, communicate with, get some inspiration from people who've built significant businesses. They're at the top of the forever world globally. Our next group are our ADDs in certain areas of our country. We have a really dedicated group of people who are successful FBOs in their own right, but in their areas are tasked with putting on opportunity meetings, putting on trainings, putting on social events. They're a really committed group of people. Again, this week we had a meeting with our ADD group, and I want to thank them for the support and contribution that they also make to making the UK great. So if our ADDs could stand, let's give them a Christmas thank you. Thank you, guys.
Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean.
We always have really, really stimulating, informative meetings with these teams. I can't tell you how committed these groups are to your success. It's really a great privilege and an honor to work with them. Our next group are our VIPs, and to become a VIP in the UK business, you need to be either Chairman's Bonus qualified or Eagle Manager qualified or a first-time qualifier to our rally. So this is a bigger group of people, but still a really valuable group of people to us. In order for us to get better, to improve constantly, we always look for feedback from our VIP group. Again, on an annual basis, we meet with these guys. We have some really stimulating conversations and discussions, and that's what makes us better. So if you're one of our VIPs, if you'd like to stand, we'd love to recognize you. Thank you for your contribution this year. You're all over the place there. Thank you guys for being special and for making us special as a result of that. I'm really indebted to you, and as I said, it's always a great privilege to feel part of your team. So if you're here for the first time today, I hope you get a sense of the strong camaraderie, the strong infrastructure of support that you have to help you in the early days of your forever business. And you know, it is the early days that's the most challenging. You'll be facing some of the things that these guys also faced in the early days. You know, sometimes when you join Forever, because it doesn't quite fit the box sometimes of what people have been used to, then sometimes when you go out enthusiastically talking about your new enterprise, your new Forever business, sometimes you don't always get the response that you hoped for. Has anybody experienced that? You know, you get people tell you that it won't work, that it's a scheme, that it's a pyramid. If I had £1 for everybody who told me it was a pyramid. I've been renovating, well, Nicola and I, my wife, have been renovating a house in our village for the last couple of years, and there's been a skip parked in the entrance to our village for 2 years, which rather upset all the neighbours. So I decided to invite the neighbours around for a party recently, and my neighbouring farmer said to me, he said, "Do you know what they call you in the village?" I said, "I dread to think, but anyway, give it to me anyway." He said, "They call you the aloe vera man." I said, "Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it might be." He said, "How high up that pyramid are you anyway?" So you know what? Sometimes people don't necessarily give you the response. As it happens, he wasn't being critical. He said, "I can't think of any other way to describe the type of business that you're in." And so we had a conversation about that. And for me, having been around for 20 years, that's a conversation I can manage easily. But for those of you just getting started, sometimes those initial conversations can be challenging. And what I want you to recognize is that we've all been through that. What we need to do is be proud of what we do, because in sharing our products and sharing our business day after day with people, we help change their lives, either by way of their health or by way of their wealth or by way of both. And, you know, just have that confidence and that belief that there are people around you who are there to help you succeed. And I hope you get a sense of that today as we recognize our people for the great job that they're doing in being courageous, being brave, and bringing a positive influence into what is sometimes a negative world. So, a brief flyby of Forever for those of you here for the first time. I hope that that has been helpful.